is criminally vulgar. I'm sorry, of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to love, just like everybody else. I am the sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm the sun and the air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. There's a club if you'd like to go. You could meet someone who really loves you. So you don't return on your own, and you leave on your own, and you go home and you cry and you want to die. What do you say is gonna happen now? When I'm talking to you now, see, I'm already waiting to and all my other bills cool.
Hey, what were you doing with my freaking thing? What you do with them, Zeus? You were so nasty with that. We're gonna find that and bring it back. I'm fooling with you, okay? Yeah. He gave me power. I can do whatever I want now. I can fly. I can He gave me something up.
But it ain't the power.
I'm flying.
I love that ending, y'all. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday, y'all. I wanted to come and have a discussion with you guys about what is going on with so many people and their love frequency. And, you know, why is it that in a lot of people's reality, it forces them to choose money over love? Okay. Well, first of all, let's start off by saying this. Love is not what y'all think it is. So y'all have a terrible idea of love. Y'all think that love consists of somebody lying to you or somebody, you know, Love is very honest. And so I want to talk about this today because I've noticed so many bitter people walking around who choose to walk in bitterness. Okay. And especially when it comes to women, especially when it comes to Black women. Black women are taught to just survive. We are never told to do anything, not on their own. I mean, my children are, but there's a lot of us that are not taught to want more. We're taught to want what we want. So if you've gotten caught up in fuck love, I just want money, then I got to keep it real with you. You making a big mistake. One has everything to do with the other. Yes, they are interconnected. But do you want money or do you want stability? Because having money without stability it's just like having love without romance. And stability comes in many, many forms. So the reason why there are so many people that live in that reality is because they allow other people to control their minds and their hearts. This is the reason why you can't experience love everywhere you go. You go somewhere, you have a good thing going with somebody, you break up, you walk away even worse than you was when you came along. If you had the attitude like you're supposed to have, and the information, and if you understood that it's a journey, when you start to understand that it is a journey, and you're always worried about, well, what if, or what if this, or what if that? I find it hilarious when they call women gullible. We're supposed to be gullible. Hold on, I'll be right back. So it takes a certain amount of innocence to form a love union. Okay. You can't always be, just. My goodness, folks is emailing me back to back. Good grief. Wow. Hey, on Facebook Messenger, I got to figure out how I can just only accept messages from certain people, because these people popping up on Facebook, I do not like that. If I know you, but if you just popping up and I don't know who you are and you're every single day, you're emailing me or texting me, I'm going to block you on Facebook. I don't like that because I'm not looking for love. Okay, so quit emailing me and texting me. Sorry. Hey, Triple Darkness TV. Hello, how are you? Oh, somebody must be blocking people or something. It must be one of my moderators that doesn't want you to talk to me. So let's get back on the subject because we're getting off the subject. And I just started because people want to eat. Hey, and you know what? I know some of these people know I'm live and you're purposely texting me so I can't get my point across. So I'm going to let you know, if you're a man and you don't allow a woman to speak, you don't deserve a woman. You don't. Because if you won't let a woman speak when she needs to, that's why she ain't going to speak to your Johnson. She's not going to do it ever. Ever. When you learn to respect a woman, that's when you will have one. When you learn to respect a man, that's when you will have one. Okay? So let's have a conversation about it. Let me turn off the ringer on my phone, like people, on Messenger. That's why I don't have Messenger. That's why I just put Messenger on there for this one person. So I'm just going to accept messages from that one person because I can't stand that. I don't need that kind of attention all day. I like to control the amount of attention that I get in social media. That's why they got the go live button. Okay, what's up? Hello, Medievaled. So a lot of you ladies, like I had a woman come to my channel the other day. I'll read the comment to you because I started dating somebody just recently that I had a sexual beef with long term. We're having a good time together. But this woman decided to come to me and call me desperate. Now, this is something that we do continuously in the Black community. And this is why Black women and Black children are without protection. This is why, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Those are the women that are abusing their children. The ones that have blocked out love, the ones that have turned into refrigerators. Okay, and y'all better pay attention and take heed. Because when you're a mother and you're doing that kind of damage to your children, it's just not right. I know with me while I'm recording, yeah, I do have my family. I do let my children know, hey, I'm recording. Be respectful. You know, I do let them know that. But I'm letting you guys know that that whole bitterness thing that comes around love, this is really bad in the Black community. Because love is not always about, well, is it going to work out? What's going to happen? Is this person going to play me? Yeah, that person's going to play you. They're supposed to play you. You know why? Because they're there to challenge you. They're there to open you up. And if you had any kind of faith in God, you would know that when one man or one woman messes up, there's another one right around the corner. So many of you do the same thing. I did what you did. I already been through that phase of my life. Okay, I didn't go around attacking others and forcing my opinion on others. I've never been that way. But I have been bitter, and I have been at points in my life where I said, you know what, I just want money. And I wasn't even making that much money. To be giving up what I wanted to give up, I wouldn't even make it. I just decided because of my baby daddy and everybody else was getting on my nerve that I was going to give up on love. But guess what? It was very irresponsible. That it was very irresponsible for me to do that. When I think about the fact that I threw away 10 years of my life, longer than 10 years, I threw away 15 years of my life being single. I got tricked. I got duped as a woman. Okay. Hey, Carol. Hello. Good morning. So I know for a fact what I can recognize when I can see it. And I can tell you that a lot of you that have closed yourself off to love, you need somebody to come and wake you up. You need somebody to come and cuss you out and to get your attention, because guess what? You're not paying attention to what you're doing. You're throwing your youth away. You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. You're going to end up with regrets. If you come to this planet and you do not experience the entire experience of this planet, then you're going to be unhappy. You're going to feel left out in the cold. And that's how many of you feel. You know why? Because you're listening to people that are telling you to be bitter, and that's not right. Hey, Kiki, how are you, sweetie? That's just not right for you to do that. There are a couple of people on this channel that are still blocked, because there's a lot of people that are blocked, and I haven't went through that list. So if you're somebody that I said I unblocked on my other channel, you're unblocked on the other channel, probably not this one, because the list is way too long. You literally gonna have to come to my house and look through that list your damn self and take yourself off the unblock. Okay, I tried to go through it. That list was very long. This channel has been up for a while, and there's been many, many troll accounts that I've had to block. There's thousands of troll accounts on my block list. So if you are blocked, then it's hard for me to go through and unblock. Okay, so because I have to actually go through that list. Okay, so let me tell you why you're feeling left out in the cold. Is because you are not balanced with your Venus. Okay, you have to look at your astrological chart And you have to figure out what is going on if you are not experiencing any kind of love. Because guess what? The reason why I started getting a bunch of people that came onto me in social media like 4 years ago was because I casted a love spell. I opened myself up to love. But guess what? I did it, and I had not quite removed the generational hex that was on me. So a lot of y'all that are not experiencing love is because you're hexed. You have a hex on your love life. There's a demon that is persuading you. Okay? It's very demonic. You know what that demon will do? Guess what it'll do? It'll make you push away the one that you love before you even done met up with them. So sometimes, like in social media, somebody might be acting strange and you may get into it with them or whatever, but it was really meant for that person to love you, and the demon done pushed y'all apart. So y'all got to pay attention to that too. I had, exactly, Kiki, I had a woman that came to me on my channel, and, you know, I think it's absolutely disgusting what this demon has done to women and men and children. This woman comes to me and she says to me, let me find it. I'll have to go to that. I think I'll have to go to that video. I didn't delete the comment. Latrice Holloman told me you have got to be the most gullible and desperate ass lady I've ever seen. Laughing my ass off. Wow, people like you actually exist in this world. Shaking my damn head. She has a problem because of the person that I started dating recently, which is not her choice, doesn't affect her. Who I sleep with doesn't make her orgasm, or does it? Or does it? It probably does. Let me explain to y'all a little bit further why somebody would react that way, because let me explain something to you. Where does love come from? Does love come from within you? Yes, it does. But love also comes from God. So anytime you see two people that are in love, even making love, yeah, let's talk about sex magic. Sex magic is the gods, right? That's what I thought, unless you're dealing with something lower level. So a lot of times the gods will bring two people together because they want them together. Why else would somebody all of a sudden just fall in love? It ain't really got nothing to do with no love spell. And then also when it comes to sex magic, what is sex magic really? Is sex magic where you just intentionally, have sex and to manifest stuff? Yeah, it is. But that's the very basic. That's lower level sex magic. What about higher level sex magic, to where your energy is helping others, or your energy is causing a healing effect on either each other or the people around you? Okay. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of y'all that close off your heart chakra, you are guaranteed to be at the hospital having heart problems. So you make a choice when you decide, I'm going to be, and I'm one of those people. The whole time I was single and I was raising my children, in and out of the hospital with anxiety. What's wrong with me? I was a hypochondriac. I thought I was sick. And the problem was that I was doing the job that two people should have been doing, but I was doing it alone. And you know why I was doing it alone? It had nothing to do with me leaving my ex. It was because I allowed him to force me to shut love out. And I can see that on a lot of you. So don't try to tell me that I'm desperate. No, honey, you talk to God. When you see Jamila loving on somebody, you better talk to God. And you know what? There's also forgiveness, and there's also understanding, and there's also just being smart. You know, a lot of y'all don't really understand. The reason why they don't like the person that I'm dating is because he wants me. It's because he spent the last 4 years, he dedicated the last 4 years of his life pursuing me, basically. So they're jealous and angry because of that. And then they'll say, oh, well, what if it doesn't work out? Well, what if it does? And then what if it doesn't? You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are first of all, how do you expect to experience life? How do you expect to experience life when you're too afraid to experience it? I'm sorry. You know, this is what I want to tell you. Life is not going to ever come at you if you're afraid of it. And when you say to the universe, sorry, y'all, my allergies are killing me this morning. When you say to the universe, I want love. And when you ask for it and when you receive it, what do? How do you treat it? Do you think that it was a good thing for me to be in a slump for 15 years while I was raising my children? That's where I needed to be ashamed. Even though, yes, I was being a good mom. So all of you mothers out there that are raising your babies and you're not in that place where I am at, honey, I done raised three children. One of them is 18. I'm talking about fully raised them, because the other two, they feel like they ready to get out on their own. And I'm proud of them because of that. You see what I'm saying? So I've raised 3 children. I'm raising a 4th one. So I've got 4 children. But I've raised them. So I did that. And you know what I decided? I decided I don't want no man. I just want money. Well, guess what? That wasn't the right thing to do. It wasn't. It wasn't the right thing to do. I allowed that man to affect me. I allowed my ex set an intent, and he rented a space in my brain for 15 years. And I am not joking with you. He did not want me with anybody else after I had his children. He completely cut off. I don't know how this man did it. I did it. I let him do it. I let him cut off my love life because of fear, because he didn't want another man around his children. And he has consistently put people into place consistently. I always said, I feel like my ex is the devil. I have always said that. But for some reason, very strangely, all of the men that had an interest in me, they began to carry on the characteristic of my ex, a lot of his characteristics, and it was almost like a nightmare come true. I was so afraid of somebody not wanting my children, but molesting them or raping them. Desiring them is not what I was afraid of. Another man desiring my daughter over me was never a fear. My children being harmed, raped or put out there, that was my fear. And guess what? That's what I attracted to myself. That was what I no longer have. Why would I need to fear that? For what? That's a fear that doesn't exist. Oh yeah, Frankie told me, Cora, he said, nobody is going to want you because you have 3 kids. And you are not going to have a man around my children. Now, and y'all got to be careful with them Cancer men, because they are very powerful. That man and I believe his mama put a hex on me. I think that's why his mom ended up getting so sick, though. Because I always suspected his mother was a witch. Okay. But yeah, he did do that to me. And so for years and years, I was single. And yeah, here and there, I had a little tryst every now and then. You know, I'd have a little tryst with a man, but I wouldn't allow a man to get close to me. And I think that's a mistake. If you don't want a man that's going to molest your daughters, then just don't. Then ask God for a man that won't molest your kids. The only thing that's going to happen to your kids is what you want to happen. Nothing's going to happen that you don't want to happen. As a woman, that's what God has already promised you. If you don't truly believe that or have faith in that, then how are you ever going to have or experience life? Okay, hon, I'll see you later. How are you ever going to experience life and what life has to offer? So, yeah, literally for years, he was able to control my household. Okay, he was able to control my household that way. And I ended up single for 15 years and wasted all of my youth. All of it got wasted, child. That's why it's so well preserved, because I was, you know, yeah, I was definitely in prison. I was in prison. How can I judge somebody that is in and I was in prison that whole time? I was being punished by the establishment, no less, because their established religion, you know, they can go out and do whatever they want to do, but as soon as it comes to a woman, they call on that damn Bible. Hello? And I like the Bible. The Bible, you know, without the Bible, the world would be boring. Can we just be fair? Can we be fair about that? Without the Bible, the world would be boring. Okay. So we've done that, and you know, the life is what you make it. Okay. So when you are now, I will tell you that some of y'all high level goddesses, y'all do be having some of these higher level demons that be falling in love with y'all. I think my ex was the demon. I think my ex was like a combo of the demon of fear and demon of poverty all wrapped up in one. Some of y'all be falling in love with these sex demons though, you know. But you know, hey, listen, you choose what you want and you make it work. You make it work in your life, right? Oh, yeah, you know what, Kiki? I'm gonna see. I was just talking about that. I was just talking about this block list. I've got hundreds of people on this block list, and it's really, really difficult to put it in the chat room. Yeah, I'm sorry, not put it in the chat room, but to go through all of these people. So let me see if I can find her really easily. Other than that, then we just gonna have to figure something else out. I think Mikey offered to go through the list and unblock it. Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, wow. It's funny. Look at all the troll accounts that I've had to. There's actually a troll account called Fat Spigger with Dookie on the floor. Can't make this up. I got a lot of people blocked, you guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a lot of people on this list. Good grief. Oh, here's one of Mikey's channels. All right, I'm gonna try to find her real quick, but to be honest with you, I can't make any promises. Hold on. Yeah, I got a lot. I got all. Oh, there's Triple Darkness, Triple Geek. Okay, so I just unblocked Triple Darkness, Triple Geek, and hold on. You know, and they don't make it easy. They don't make it to where you can like go through the list and unblock people. Look, I got LA Real Game Radio blocked. There's a lot of people that are blocked. This list is very long, you guys. It really is. Good grief. Oh, look, I got a troll account of myself blocked. That's very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me unblock Mystic Queen 1983. Oh, here's Des Lunick. I found Des Lunick. Okay, so I got you off the blacklist. Chucky wanna play. That's funny. Hi, I'm Chucky wanna play. Oh, I got Diane Schaefer on there. Okay, there's one of Mikey's channels. Okay, hold on, guys. I need to like take a break real quick. This is like way too many. This list is very long. Let me try to go all the way to the bottom, and maybe I'll find. Now, you know what? Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. No, the list actually keeps going. It actually keeps going, you guys. I'm not joking with you. Like when you get all the way to the bottom, it refreshes itself. It's so weird. Yeah, wait a minute. Maybe I'm all the way at the bottom now. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I done blocked a lot of people. Good grief. I got all of whole girls accounts blocked. Good grief. I'm not finding Donna on this list, but like I said, guys, it's a very long list. Let me save what I've unblocked so far because you have to hit the save button. I found that out too. Okay. All right, guys. I can actually go directly to Donna's channel to unblock her. Come to think of it, I'm tripping. I should be able to just go directly to her channel to unblock hers because she actually has a channel. But a lot of you guys that don't have a channel that I can't search, like Des Lunic's channel, I tried to search for her channel, but I couldn't find it. But I can just go to Donna's and unblock her. I just thought about that. Oops. Yep. And then I can also do that to Mike's channels too. I'm just go and unblock them. So anyway, this is what I want to tell you guys. When it comes to you guys as well, Mike is not blocked. His main channel is not blocked. So he should be able to come in here. Okay, so Donna is unblocked. Yeah. Yeah, Kiki, you're right. You're right about that. You are absolutely right about that. So I wanted to come and I wanted to like jar y'all awake. Some of y'all that are turning your back on your lovers or you're turning your back on love. Some of y'all that are actually doing that. Maybe you guys need somebody to wake you up and to say something mean to you so that you don't sit around and waste the rest of your life. Because I can tell you that, you know, when you got that hex on you to be alone, then you know that pretty much that's pretty bad, especially when you can tell that you're putting it on yourself. Okay, so a lot of y'all have decided, you know, okay, so in 2019 there are some of us that want love, and the reason why is because maybe we've mastered our money. You ever thought about that? Okay, we may not have millions of dollars in the bank. I mean, I would love to have that. That's my goal. Okay, goals. Hello. But maybe people have conquered their money aspect and now they want to work on their love. So if you're a person that doesn't want to experience love and you're turning your back on love, then you should not try to interfere with those that have. I think it's going to be very dangerous for those of you to interfere with people that are in love and romantic relationships. I think you shouldn't interfere with anybody's relationships, to be honest with you. Okay, especially when two people are drawn to each other, you can change the course of history. I don't think that just because, so there are people out there that want money, right? Well, then go get money. Well, then go get money. Because last year I was in that place too. I said, I want to get, you know, established on my money. The year before I was like that too. But then for some reason this year is the year of the lovers. And see, my job is to bring the twin flames back together. I know my path. And when you understand your path, then you won't, because if you're on this planet, if you're on planet Earth that is being orbited by Venus, and you're sitting up here wondering, like, first of all, don't wait too long. You need to start working on your love life now. You need to start working on your love life right now so that you can even have it in 2020, because the year 2020, a lot of y'all are, it's going to be the weirdest thing, because when that love bug hits you, it's like not a whole lot that you can do. So stop forcing yourself, and then stop feeling bad about, stop feeling bad about wanting somebody. You're supposed to want somebody. We're all sexual beings. Our physical form is that of sex, of a sexual nature. And then if it's something about yourself that you don't accept, the spirits are telling me that the Hierophant card kind of represents morbid obesity and people not accepting people that are bigger. But do you know that there are a lot of people that will accept you at the weight that you are? A lot of people would love to have a big old woman that they can just sit up there and suck on. Are you serious? A lot of you women that run around here and you ashamed of your body and you think you ugly because you got these big old long breasts. You know, there's a lot of men that would cherish and love you. You just got to ask for them to come to you. So a lot of y'all are literally like living your reality and not someone else, not someone else's. Why do you keep trying to look like Christy Brinkley? If your name is Aunt Mabel, be Aunt Mabel. Aunt Mabel is lovable. Everybody loves Aunt Jemima. So if you look like Aunt Jemima, then why do you care about looking like Christy Brinkley? Or some other various white person that is not you? That's the reason why you can't experience love, is because you don't love and accept yourself. And then you somehow have a problem with how your body incarnated. That was the way you're supposed to look, like that. All of us that are on this earth, we resemble something on this earth. Some of us look like the moon, because the moon is the moon. The moon and the sun, we're a part of that. It's just like some of us look like the sun. Some of us look like the sun, and some of us look like the moon. Some of us look like trees. Some of us look like pigs. Some of us look like goats, lizards. We all look like something on this planet. Okay, so if you're not adjusting to Earth, then you need to come and speak to somebody. Okay, but I've been there. So that's just like somebody else is going to be above where I'm at. Somebody that's been married for 20 years, somebody that has been married for 20 years that is happy, that has manifested everything that they want. I'm going to respect the fact that that person is, they are probably at a level that is above me, because maybe they're now focusing on something else. Everybody has their different focus. Okay. So for me right now, yeah, love is a huge focus for me. Okay. And let me tell you something else. Whether or not you settle down with this one or that one or this one over there, the whole point is that sometimes you got to kiss a few frogs to get to your Prince Charming. So y'all need to keep that in mind as well. Just because you had bad experiences in your love life does not mean that it is not going to get better for you. Because when it's time for it to get better, it's going to get better. You see what I'm saying? So you have to embrace that. And you know what? Some of y'all are, you know that your babies are special. You know that your experiences on this earth are very special. So when you give, when you experience anything, we all experience it. When in some way or the other, some of y'all are giving birth to very important things. And you know, it's not just a physical baby. Some of y'all are giving birth, or you're creating your own, you know, things. And some of you are creating your own hells, though. Some of you have created your own hell. And the Bible helped you do that, because the Bible is levels to it. It's levels to it. Okay. And when I look at Revelations, Revelations is not the end of the story. Revelations is the beginning. Okay. Revelations is the beginning. So a lot of y'all think, oh, we just gonna live like this and then bloop blip, it's over. And then we're dead. But a lot of y'all don't even realize that we're already in the afterlife. We're already there. The afterlife is here. You understand what I'm saying? It's here. So we've all transcended. Some of us haven't. Some of us haven't. Some of us we are living in different realities. It's meant for us to help each other, though. This is the reason why we are able to look into other people, because I truly believe that everybody has their own earth. Everybody does. Now, no, I don't believe that earth is flat. No, I don't. No, you're not going to ever convince me that earth is flat. Okay. Or any of the other planets. Okay. We're not living a flat existence. That's just not the truth. I believe in the space program that we have set up. I believe that they have put, you know, I believe we're looking at a round earth. Okay. But I think that space exploration is going to come at a cost of many lives that we're not prepared to lose. And even though we do lose lives exploring space all the time. Okay. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, why is it that love bothers you, but you'll say fuck love, but that's not what you really mean. You'll say, oh, fuck that. That's not what I want. But that's not what you want. Because for you to even have something negative to say about love, then that means that you must want it. For you to say something negative about other people's relationships, that means that on some level you are jealous of what they have with each other. And then you also got to understand that you got to quit bringing children into adult stuff. So everybody's always talking about, oh, the children, the children, the children. When you see an adult having a good time with each other or a bad time with each other, stop trying to force us to involve children in that. Okay, sometimes adults need to work out their issues with each other. All I know is that for me, my children are safe because I have a specific intent for my children, and that is for them to not be raised in dysfunction, which includes mother not being alone. That's not good. And I've been telling y'all that for the longest. Okay, I have been telling you this for the longest. You being alone and you being a single mother, that is not helping your children. Okay, hold on a minute. I've noticed that a lot of these women out here, especially a lot of these ones that are bitter, y'all won't even date somebody. Y'all won't even have an affair with anybody. Y'all so closed off. And I was looking at something. I was looking at this one thing, and this person said, when I look at everybody, all I see is AIDS. That's not good. That's not good for that's all you see is AIDS when you look at everybody. That's not good. So it's not good for you guys to do that. I'm just letting you know I did it, and I'm telling you it was a mistake. It was a mistake for me to close myself off to love. You know what? I'll admit it. I regret it. Okay, Jamila has a regret. Guess what my regret was? My regret was allowing somebody to get in my head and cause me to be single for 15 years out of fear. Yeah, I'm the mother. My intent, see, the only person that wants the children to be molested and raped is your ex, because they want a point to be proven. And why somebody would speak that kind of ill around their children, I have no idea. I have no idea why somebody would do that. But I know that if I were a male, I would simply make sure that the person was right. And I would just tell that person, no, I don't think I like that person. I don't think I want that person around my children, or I would make it a more positive experience than just running around here saying, oh, well, I'd rather my children be raised up in some kind of dysfunction. That is very dysfunctional for you. Now, for me, when I was single, I was in la la land. That's why I wasn't happy. That's why I wasn't unhappy, because I was in la la land. I accepted that when I didn't really have to. I accepted it. And you know what? And you know what? Then let me tell you what happened after I broke up with my ex. I went for another guy that was close to the family, and it didn't work out with him. So that's what put me into hermit mode. But what y'all don't understand is that a lot of y'all are just very sensitive when it comes to love. And I understand, because I'm a Cancer. I am very sensitive when it comes to love. And I have a Taurus Venus, which means that I'll stay stuck on somebody forever. Okay? I can stay stuck on somebody forever that I ain't supposed to. So I'm not here to try to make anybody feel bad about themselves. That's not what I'm trying to do. This whole thing with Mike, I believe it's going to work out. If it doesn't, then what do we do? Are we going to run around and be upset about it? No. If it doesn't work out, somebody else is right around the corner. That's the way it's supposed to be when it comes to your love life. And I'm sorry, this whole thing where they try to make it seem like a woman is only supposed to have one lover in her life, that is a damn lie. Don't y'all need to quit falling for that mess. See, that's you allowing a man, probably somebody to run you, either your father or your ex-husband or something. You ain't supposed to just have one man in your life. That's a lie. And the same thing when it comes to men. They ain't always just for air. You ain't supposed to just meet somebody like Adam and Eve and run off and get. That ain't the way it's supposed to happen for everybody. You don't have to feel like a complete failure if you're 40 and single. Come on now. Look, go get you some makeup. Put you some makeup on. Put you a nice little wig on, a quick weave, an easy weave, as Mikey. Put you on an easy weave and have you some fun. You create your own universe. Don't leave your love life alone just because somebody over here on YouTube said that, everybody should be sad. Hell yeah. Hey, Sharita Hooker. Yes, I am a Cancer. Yes, I am. Oh yeah. And Cancers, we can stay stuck on stuff for years too. It's that whole romanticism thing, but No, that's a mistake. I believe that it was a part of a hex that my father had put on my mother, because my mother went years and years and years. I watched that lady go years and years and years without any sexual stimulation. That's not good. And then to go years and years and years with nobody to look after you and nobody to love you and nobody to hold you. I'm sorry, that's not good. And you know what? When you get to be in your 40s and 30s, you're going to have a lot of years of healing to do. You're going to have a lot of years of healing to do. You're going to hurt yourself trying to not, you're going to, like I've seen a lot of people, they're so dead stuck on being alone that they hurt themselves. You're actually committing self-harm is what I think. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me go check on my dog real quick. So, yeah, you can't do that. I did, and it was a big mistake. Now, that doesn't mean that when you're in your 30s and 40s, you have to be desperate or feel bad about yourself. No. But in my opinion, I feel like all of that cliche, I know that your relationship definitely doesn't have to start off on some cliche stuff. Okay. And so it doesn't have to be like a perfect love story. Remember what Beyonce said? It don't have to be a perfect love story. You can turn it into a perfect love story. I think all love has its struggles. Y'all, I'm in an extremely romantic mood, though. I was watching Ever After last night. So, this is what we're supposed to be doing at this point. This whole struggle, I'm not on that level anymore. I'm not when it comes to things like that. My relationships with people is easy. I have an easy life where there's no struggle. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not allowing the struggle into my life anymore. That was a part of the struggle. So I'm done with that. And like I said, this year, yeah, we're focused on the money, but how you going to focus on money without focusing on your love? People are combining that together. See, the problem is that the people that are still hexed and cursed, they ain't doing that. They're not surpassing that. There's a lot of people that still have hexes on them. And yeah, a bad relationship can be a hex. Yeah, it can be. It's extremely risky. You light a candle and you keep it moving for real. That's how I feel about the situation. But then again, another thing is this. Like, when are you going to take control over your love? Like, when are you going to take control over your life? Why does it always have to be a negative outcome? So I'm just simply trying to open up my people that need to hear that. And, a lot of people don't really know that it's love until they have like a ring on their finger or they've got this and that. But why not just embrace the energy? Just embrace it energetically. Okay. While it's there. And if it grows into something else, wonderful, perfect. If that's what it's meant to do, guys, my allergies are killing me. So, guys, I'm just telling y'all what I know. Sometimes that's just like, okay, think about the movie Titanic. Okay. She was suicidal. Okay. So it's very symbolic. When you look at movies and when you look at stories that are being told, Rose Dawson was suicidal because she was getting ready to marry a man for his money that she did not love, right? And her mama was basically pimping her out, basically. Okay. She met Jack Dawson, and Jack Dawson died on the Titanic, but he still saved her life though. You know, he saved her once at the beginning of the movie when she almost jumped off of the side of the boat, remember? And then he saved her again because he died for her. But he still was her lover. She probably never, like, if you're in that kind of situation, you're never going to forget the person. But it was symbolic of the fact that she didn't throw her life away on this man that was already whooping her tail. Now, some of y'all like that. I'm not even going. I mean, literally, they wasn't even married yet, and this man was smacking her up some. They wasn't even married yet. And, you know, they didn't want her to be with Jack Dawson because Jack Dawson didn't have no money. But I believe Jack was supposed to become famous from all them paintings and stuff. So I think they should have let Jack live, is what I think. But anyway. So yeah, anyway, but it's symbolic of the way he saved her, because what if Rose would have got with that dude at a young age and she had never met Jack and she became just like her dried up ass mama? Because her mama was just literally, I just want to survive. But guess what? Like, Rose went on to do a lot with her life, you know, and she obtained a lot of her stuff for herself as a woman, which made her a proud woman, unlike her mama that, you know, didn't have nothing. And she was like, oh, your daddy had all the money and he left us with debt and all this stuff. So you know, he saved her life because she didn't go down that road. Who wants to go down a road of a loveless marriage that just involves surviving and having money? Like, yeah, it's okay to have money. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But I'd rather it be real love. Kind of like Coming to America. Remember how he didn't tell her that he had all that money? So I'd rather it be real love. But then again, knowing that you have money, you can still have real love. So even that was a false ideology. You can fall in real love and still have money and still have real money present. Because since I've become a professional psychic reader, I've been able to see a person's, you know, money and their potential and what they could have, or what they already have too. So, you know, because for me, yeah, I have a goal of I don't want to ever have to worry about money. See, that's because I've stepped it up. I've leveled up. I don't worry about money. Okay. I don't worry about having money. So now at this point, you know, for me, I want to heal my heart chakra. Because your love life is connected to your heart. And, you know, everybody has history. Everybody has a past. You never know. And let me just tell y'all something else. Looking at somebody's criminal history don't tell you nothing. Because there's a lot of people that have stuff about them and they ain't been caught by the police. So that don't keep you safe. Doing a background check don't keep you safe either. It's all about spirit and having faith. Yeah, there are a lot of men that have a past. They have a criminal history. Yeah, they are. And some of them ain't perfect. But you know what? You got, like, to me, a man is what you make him. Especially when you got a man in your arms and in your hands and you still can't turn that around. You know, if a man is locked up somewhere, you can't really do much with him because he's not under your control. But if you got a man that's right there in your face, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you accept is what you'll regret. And trust me, a lot of them, they'll know what you will accept and what you won't accept. Because to me, I've never been the type of person to necessarily become digmatized. to the point where somebody can stigmatize me. It's much more of a natural, organic thing. I don't experience things to those capacity. When somebody come around me, they really in love. Hi, baby. Oh, you got you a thingy. What is this? You got you a Pez? Oh, it's a microphone, ain't it? That's so cute, TT. Happy birthday, TT. Oh, birthday girl. Okay, y'all. Anyway, yeah, Titanic was a brilliant film, and a couple of other ones that talk about love, but love is very mysterious like that. Sometimes you'll see two people fighting, and the next thing you know, they'll be loving on each other. It can happen like that with men and women. And then for some reason, I'm noticing a mating game. It's a weird mating game, you know, almost like two lions. You know how when a lion comes up to a lioness and how it's kind of threatening to the children, and the lioness like bites his neck off in the jungle. Like, I don't know what that was. Like, it's been so weird. Have y'all noticed that? And then you just gotta show your fangs, and then, you know, that I don't know what it is. It's really weird how I've noticed this weird mating ritual that has been happening between people. And then also spirit is going to use you the way it wants to use you. Hey, Tabitha. Sometimes spirit will use you to bring a child into the world. Sometimes spirit will use you to bring a child into the world, y'all. You never know. But I feel like you should trust your heart, because your heart knows everything, doesn't it? And your heart knows why it goes. So this is what I want to tell y'all. A lot of y'all, what y'all need to do is quit being concerned about, even if it lasts forever, quit being concerned about that. The point is that it lasted. Y'all need to quit tripping off of that. Y'all so busy focusing on how it ends that you can't even really enjoy the relationship for what it's worth. And I personally feel as though when a person comes to you and you get that healing energy from them, then you should value it and appreciate it. Hold on. So even if the situation lasts 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, you should still love and appreciate that time and effort that that person put into it. So don't become the Four of Cups, because that's where a lot of y'all are at. I'm telling you, y'all need to listen to me. A lot of y'all are the Four of Cups right now, because what you did was you found love, you asked for love, love came into your life, and because it wasn't meant to last forever, then you decided that you became more bitter because you wanted it to last forever, but it wasn't meant to. So what you did was you took all of that love that that person gave you and you basically shitted on it and threw it away. So you didn't even really appreciate it. So basically, now you know what, now what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start all over again. You're going to have to start the whole process all over again. Because if you had that love with that person and you spent the last 10 or 15 years hating that person because they left you, then you took all of what they gave you and you threw it away. Because I know for me, I done nursed, honey, let me tell you something. I done nursed at least 3 men back to life. These men was damn near dead. I have nursed them back to life, okay? And guess what they did? They took the love that I gave them And instead of them appreciating however long I spent with them, they came back and they shitted on me because of it. Because they didn't. So a lot of us have that. When that happens, you really ain't got nothing to worry about. Trust it. Trust all of it. It's going to be okay. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, I'm not trying to be cliche and I'm not trying to use a movie reference. Y'all know that new movie by Regina King in it that's coming out. Regina King getting ready to win a global award. Okay, hello. What y'all think that means? Regina King is getting ready to touch many lives with this movie that she has coming up. And so I'm not trying to sound like her and say, well, have you trusted love this far? Well, then trust it all the way. But, you know, you do have to do it. It is about trust. You know, and if you believe that God put you on this earth to have nobody that loves you, then that's what's going to happen. So you have to actually, now this is what I want to tell you. Whose reality are you living in? Whose reality are you living in? Are you living in a reality that love doesn't exist? Well, then you need to get out of that reality. So last year I did a lot of work on whose reality I lived in. Okay. I did a lot of work on that. Like last year was where you should have been doing work. Last year was all about work. Work, 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 work. Okay. And what you were working on was what you were working on last year was healing and understanding and connecting. So last year definitely was about the money. Every year is about the money. It's always going to be about the money. Okay. But you know what? You need that. You need love in your life to support you and to sustain you. And you know what? Sometimes love can save your life. I mean, even if it's just a touch of it, even if it's just one touch of love, heals by the thousands, you know. And especially if you had some kind of beef with somebody that you settled, like, and now you're able to get along with that person, like, that's beautiful. In my opinion, that's beautiful. So if you want to call that gullible, and Jamila lives in a world of unicorns, because, oh, and you know what, another thing, there's been war for the past 3 or 4 years, but I fought my war. Everybody's war is different. And yeah, I'm more than willing to fight you guys' battles with you still, because I do it for a living. I do this for a living. That's what I do. I got to do a ritual today that I'm preparing myself for. Okay. And you know what? It's also about divine timing too. Y'all got to understand that too. So, you know, I've started to do a lot of different things to help my clients through their processes. Like, for example, you know, when I'm cleansing your candles, or when I'm marking your candles, or when I'm putting, you know, all of my intent into your candles, I'll record you a quick, you know, video message. I'll say, hey, I'm doing this for you right now. This is being done. And that in itself, because you know, so I'm not looking down upon you guys, because some of you are in that place. So no, that's what I want to pull you guys in as clients, because there's nothing wrong with working out your problems, even if it's for however long it is, and then you work them out again. So that's another thing. When you have an argument with your lover or your significant other, like, how do you recover from that? So there's some people that get along very well to the point where, like, they don't never argue, but then there's some people that argue all the time, like 24/7. And then there's some people that love each other all the time. It just depends on where you at. Some of y'all are going through the same thing. You know, I think I've been running So some of y'all are chasing and running after the false twin flame while y'all running from y'all real twin flame. So y'all got to quit doing that. And twin flames are very important because twin flames, they are meant to come together. They have a specific purpose. And some of y'all that find yourselves living in the past, some of y'all are coming together to bring things about that have already passed. So we're rebirthing people and things and situations too. So it's really strange how for this to exist, that has to happen. And for this to happen, that has to happen. So, and you just have to go with it and trust it. Now, and I always listen to my spirits. I'm not going to like, when I felt that love bug hit me, I could have easily said block it and reverse it, but I didn't. You know why? Because it's a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey, and you got to love it and embrace it. And you know what? And then you're not hurting other people, because when you run from stuff that you're not supposed to run from, then you're hurting other people, and you don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want to do that. So sometimes when you got somebody like somebody that just will not stop trying to get your attention, sometimes you're running from something that you're supposed to be facing. And then after that, you don't have, because I know that a lot of people, as soon as love even comes anywhere near them, their heart feels like it's about to explode, or it feels like you're dying, because you are dying. You are. It is because it's change. It represents change and death, but not in a bad way, in a good way. Okay. So, but you just have to breathe it in. So you have to be able to take it in. And once you start breathing it in, so guys, I've got several techniques that I use for people. I do spiritual work for people. I use fire. I am a fire goddess whenever you get through. Even though I got a lot of air and water in my chart, I am a fire goddess. I do a lot of my spiritual work with fire. Okay. However, I do a lot of healing with, spiritual coaching. I do a healing video. I want to start to advertising that heavily for a lot of people out there, because a lot of y'all are just confused. When you get to the point where you don't have all that anger, you see what I'm saying? Because it's that anger that's keeping you from experiencing love. As soon as love comes up, whether or not it's for you or your children or your grown children, I'm talking to you grown folks too, you people in your 50s and 60s. Even when love comes up for your children, it gives you damn near about to have a heart attack. You stressed out. Oh, I don't like this person. I'll get this person away from me. Oh, I need to banish this person. You're not banishing that person. You're banishing love because you're afraid of it. Because love begins to instantly open up your heart chakra. It's not necessarily meant to destroy you, but it is meant to remind you of how vulnerable you are meant to be. And this is for men and women. I've seen a lot of men destroyed by love, and that whole process of the years and years that it takes to build yourself back up. You see what I'm saying? That can be a challenge. Okay, so at this point, the people that I'm mainly working with are people that are trying to manifest money and love in their reality, because they come hand in hand. That's why I put up all the Venus readings. Okay, Earth has its own frequency when it comes to love. But when it comes to truly understanding what's happening in your love life, so if you guys need me to do your charts, then you can contact me, because sometimes your zodiac sign and then also where your life path is supposed to be. There's a lot of people that you really don't understand that it is about the journey. I think it's very interesting that the spirits gave me that information about that Hierophant card too, that it has something to do with body image and morbid obesity. Okay. Or just obesity, period. Well, I know that for me, I can't go by those BMI charts, guys. If I go by the BMI chart, then I'm going to be skinny and scaly, very skinny and sickly looking. So, I don't go by that height, weight, BMI chart as far as when I tell my health or whether or not I deserve to experience love. Because a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you're too fat for somebody to love you," and that's absolutely ridiculous. Because what's the first thing that happens when you get married and you fall in love? You eating and you having sex and you gain weight. That's the first thing that ends up happening is you gain weight. So if it's real love, a person really ain't gonna care about your weight. Your weight is gonna be non-consequential unless it's about health, which yeah, health is important, but health ain't got nothing to do with weight. Just to let you guys know. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. So, that's how I feel about that. When you're out here and you're, doing, when you're experiencing love and you're dating and things of that nature, closing yourself off, guys. And you know why I know? Because I did it. I did that. I did exactly what y'all doing. I became a hermit. I didn't want to talk to nobody. Rarely did I want the men that wanted me. Why is that? Why is it that every relationship I got into it seemed like the men, well, except for my daughter's father, my baby's fathers, yeah, they wanted me for one reason or the other, you know. But, it seemed like the guys that I was dating, it seems like the ones that were into me, I wasn't into them, which means that there's a problem. That means that you got some imbalances, okay? Okay. So if you guys are blocked, you may want to check and make sure that I'm not blocked either, because I just took a bunch of people off of the block list. So you guys should be unblocked at this point. I already unblocked a lot of y'all. Then a lot of y'all that go through embarrassment because something that wasn't meant to work out didn't work out, then you just really wasting your time. You just like to punish yourself. You're gluttons for punishment. I just grab her by the collar and just lead her outside is usually the way I do it. Sorry about that, guys. So when it comes to love, guys, you have to be open for the good and the bad in love. And I know it's hard because, I've been hurt. The last time I got hurt, this dude, he did me so wrong. He lied on me. He tried to make me look like I was desperate and disgusting at the same time. This man literally tried to make me look desperate and disgusting at the same time. And he was lying. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even meet up with this man. This man wanted to have as bad as an impact on my life as possible, even though I barely knew him. Never met him. Right? It was awful. You know that a lot of other people was upset about that. I wasn't upset about it. I wasn't upset about it. First of all, it was a scam and a fraud. They were doing another scam. Go on, girl. Go on. You need to go outside and use the restroom. That's just all it is to it. Go. 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 Bad girl. Mommy will spank you. So, that's really crazy. That's really crazy. But you know what? This is the whole thing about that situation. You have to trust in the reason why it's happening, because everything happens for a reason. And people that are like that, they'll say, oh, you're a witch. Make it stop happening. Okay, I'll make it stop happening. A lot of times what that might lead to is you losing your mind, losing your life, or losing something else. So you might want to not mess with witches like that. But it is what it is. You got to strengthen your heart chakra. A lot of you guys are scared. Oh, this person is going to do this to me. This person is going to do that to me. Or this person is going to say this or that about me. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. I have never seen more people afraid to experience life than I have seen the people that are on this planet Earth right now. Your narcissism and the fact that you're shutting yourselves off from each other shows how scared you are. The reason why you won't come together is because you're afraid. That's the reason why you're scared of each other. And then, that's really not a good place to be in. And then also, if you are a spiritualist and you're telling people, fuck love and the hell with love, that's not the right thing. So listen, for me, I wouldn't do it. Because that's what most people have came here to find, is love. That's what most of us have came here to get, is love. I shit you not. And also to experience physical pleasure. We call each other fat, but we came here to experience the physical pleasures of food. But yet and so literally it's not the food that's causing the death and the sickness. It's the people. It's the people that are saying you're fat and you're ugly and you're this and you're that and I hate you and I don't accept you because you enjoyed a pizza or two. I hate you because of that. That's what's causing the death and destruction, not the pizza. The pizza's not doing it. It's the negative energy that we're conveying to each other. I want to have love experiences with friends and family and love and animals. I don't want to just, I don't, and see, that's the whole thing about it. My family, what they do, what's been a tradition is as soon as I get a lover, it's to shut me out. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want to experience whatever, and so I noticed that when I experienced that as a parent, when I experienced my child going through what she had to go through with love, because everybody's story is different. It was really difficult. you know, and yeah, kids will sometimes make the wrong decisions that will make stuff harder on themselves. But for me, I've been feeling really easy breezy. So I haven't been feeling like the person that I'm dating has been causing me any harm. In fact, that person has been supporting me and helping to absorb the negative energy that was already being thrown at me just because I'm successful. And I love him for it, no matter how long he sticks by me. I don't care if it's for 2 weeks or 2 years or 2 lifetimes. The fact that he came to me and did that for me is very special, and it probably saved my life. So I don't have a problem with it. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either, because at the end of the day, no children have been harmed. So we're not going to, you know, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So a lot of y'all need to understand that, especially when somebody is there for you. Okay, so that's what makes you the 4 of Cups. Oh, I'm mad because this person came into my life and they made all these promises and they didn't stick by me. Well, you know what? Some of the people were meant to come in for a while, and some of them was meant to stay forever, and some of them wasn't meant to stay forever. You know, you can see it in the cards. You can see it. I'll be honest with you, and I've looked at the cards at certain situations, you know. And you know, so yeah, the cards are very, very accurate when it comes to certain things like that. Like, you can tell when a man really wants to marry you, and you can tell when he's serious about you. You can tell by the way he is when he's around you, though. You know, so that should tell you as well. But if you want to look a little further off and kind of see further down the line what this person is going to do, yeah, the cards are very valuable for that. And then that way you can be prepared. For whatever it is, you know. And so a lot of you, I feel like a lot of you in the past, either 6 months to a year or 2 or 3 years or even 10 years, you guys had a love experience that forced you out, that forced you into hiding. And the reason why is because, first of all, it was that person was right on by leaving you because you didn't appreciate that person in the first place. And your behavior afterwards showed that. Hello? The behavior that you displayed after that person left your life shows how you did not deserve them in the first place and how you need to work on yourself anyway. Because guess what you did? You enjoyed that time with that person. You had that experience with that person. But then when that person said, you know what, I don't want to experience this anymore, what did you do? You went and proved exactly why they didn't want to experience it anymore and why they needed to leave you at that exact moment. Because you began to attack them. You lied on them. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So real love doesn't do that, does it? Does real love do that? No, real love don't do that. All it does is love. That's all it does is love. So, for example, when my ex told me at the end of the relationship, after it was all said and done, that he cursed me to be alone, that let me know in that moment that he never loved me. Because if you actually loved me, would you have wanted me to suffer alone? No, you're not. You're going to want that person to have somebody to love them. That's how you can tell when it's when you are truly ready to experience love. Yeah, you can be petty. It's a lot of people. You know what? Petty is cute these days. Yeah, y'all think being petty is cute. So I get that. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, petty is not near about it. Petty ain't cute at all. In fact, pettiness is very ugly. So if you were with somebody and let's say you started sleeping together and that person gave you this and that, and they gave you this feeling and they gave you that healing, and let's say that it didn't work out, Well, then what are you doing with the energy? What are you doing with that energy? What is happening energetically to where if it doesn't work out, it just destroys you completely as a person and guts you? Why? Why does it do that to you? Well, it would depend on what the relationship is about. But I can tell you that if a person ain't called you in 6 months, hey, let me tell y'all something, man. Quit. Listen, it's okay to fantasize about the future. Once you have contacted Jamila and I have looked at the cards for you and I have read that situation and you ain't heard from that person in a year, a two, a three, come on now. It's time for you to let go and let God take over and say, you know what? I'm ready for love. I'm tired of being alone. I done sat here and literally, and you know what? It don't necessarily have to be a waste. I don't feel that the last 3 years or 4 years of my life has been a waste. Why? Because I've been making money. And ain't nothing worse than love without money. No, you don't want that either. You don't. I'm sorry. Money is a representation of stability. Nobody wants love without stability. Nobody. And let me tell you something. When you love somebody, you're going to make sure they eat. They eat, ain't you? When you truly love somebody, that's why traditionally women cook for the men and men take women out for dinner, because that is an act of love. Okay? So let's keep it real here. When you really love somebody, you're going to go out there and you're going to get it no matter what. I don't care. Even if you got to rob somebody, you're going to get it, ain't you? And you're going to make sure that person eats and is happy and they got all the comforts and joy that they need in life, ain't you? So that's the kind of love that I want. I want my lover to know that I deserve to be comfortable. And I like nice things. My Venus is in Taurus. Hello. So if it's somebody that expects me to live in a dilapidated condition, then I'm 9 times out of 10, the love that I experience with you is probably going to be very lowered frequency, or it's probably just going to be some kind of sexual thing. Maybe, you know, it ain't really gonna, like, that's not what, no. We on planet Earth right now, okay? So I'm just letting y'all know, you know, those of you that want romance without finance, you are in a delusion. A lot of y'all that want romance without finance, y'all are the 7 of Cups. You in a delusion, okay? You are in a vast delusion, especially those of you. Listen, it ain't nothing wrong with being about your money and enjoying money. Let's get past that, please. Seriously, so many people have surpassed that. Okay, money has kept a lot of y'all from even experiencing life. Whereas you can see that other people's story is going to be very different. They're not sitting around worrying about what they're going to eat. And it's a big difference between wondering how you're going to eat and not worrying about how you're going to eat. Okay, that nobody likes that. Don't nobody like to screw on an empty stomach. Hello? So I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, when it boils down to it, your earning potential is connected with your love life. And everybody is at different stages. They are. Everybody is at different stages. And I'm not talking, listen, it can be, I'm not saying, like, for me, I know that I like to, the money that I make is what I make. Okay, but if you a man, I feel like in order for you to even be remotely interesting or stimulating in any way, you have got to at least work at McDonald's. Okay, so you don't have to necessarily be a CEO of a company to experience love, but 9 times out of 10, if you're dealing with me, I'm accepting of all career levels when it comes to love. As long as you bring something to the table, brother, my goodness. You know, that's what separates you from being a god or a goddess. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you got to have some kind of means. Okay. And then another thing, that's just for me. Maybe you're a woman that feels as though, you know what, I'm going to give me a man and then me and him are going to build together. There is nothing wrong with that. Nobody said there was anything wrong with that. So we all know that, like for me, I'm not going to judge you if you with a man that makes less money than you or don't have no money. I don't care what he has, as long as, I mean, some of these women are going for, because a lot of, you know what, a lot of men, believe it or not, you know that everything is kind of opposite. You know, they say that men are supposed to be excellent providers and they're supposed to be the ones that know how to get the money. But that's not always true. It's a lot of men that they have no idea how to make money, none whatsoever, but they might be an excellent lover. You never know. It depends on who they match up with. I feel like you got to be a match and you got to want the right. Hey, if you dealing with a woman that wants nice things, please stop trying to make her settle for a shack. Please stop doing that. If it's a woman that enjoys nice things and she has financial goals, stop trying to make her settle for less. Stop it. Stop it. That's not love either. So that's the problem. It's these people that try to force women, these broke men. And you know why you broke? You know why you a man and you broke? Because you just don't get it. You don't get it. You ain't got it yet. You ain't got it yet. So go and be with who's ever on your level and learn. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna you not okay? You want some sex, but you don't have a dime or a place for her to lay her head down in. What's make that make sense to me? So then that means that you're going to be on a different level than somebody else then, you know, and a lot of women ain't going for that. And I don't blame them. And just because a woman is either black, white, or whatever her skin tone or complexion is, she don't have to settle for your broke ass. She don't have to settle for somebody that ain't got nothing. Okay? And somebody that has no promise or probability to go out there and get something. Because then she's going to give birth to a bunch of babies that she can't feed. And then you're going to have to go to a demon to get them to feed them, which is AKA the government, okay? Nobody wants the government to have to feed their children because that stuff ain't free. So that's what a lot of people have realized, either you free or you not. And I'm sorry, a lot of y'all that are caught up in that slavery nightmare, y'all not free to love. When your money is right, then you free to love, ain't you? Other than that, if you don't have your money right, you begging the system, ain't you? You begging the system to make ends meet, and they taking more from you than they giving to you. So if you want to know what that is, you guys can contact me. I don't talk about that publicly. We having a government shutdown right now, and it's a reason why we're having a government shutdown. I'm glad we got a government shutdown right now. Shut them down. Let them shut down permanently. Y'all all have the answers within yourselves, okay? You know how to feed your families, don't you? And don't no woman want no man that tell her, well, baby, just go get some food stamps and it'll be okay. Did you really just say that to me? That's an insult. Baby, go on down there and get them food stamps. Baby, go on here and go get that wig so that I ain't got to buy my baby its milk. I think that baby milk is what? That's about $1,000 a month. You don't have $1,000 a month for our baby to eat? Well, then, okay, well, then I guess mama would need to breastfeed. But even if mama is breastfeeding, mama going to have to eat more food to breastfeed that baby. So you're going to have to get with the program. You're going to have to get, that's all it is to it. And yeah, women, you know what? I was at that place too. I was at that lower chakra place to where I was just giving birth to babies. And then I was, you know, codependent on that system and stuff. And it's not a good place to be at. No, it's not. But you know what? Guess what? You can lift yourself up out of that. You got the right to lift yourself up out of that. Okay, and it's going to be okay. Lift your head up out of that and lift yourself up out of that. And then you know what? Our vibrations are going to start helping the earth. You know, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to actually start growing my own food and stuff. And I really would love to get out to the country and have my own farm. Okay, that's what people did to survive. They did farming. But then again, there's a lot of people that farmed human beings. It's a lot of them people living up in them housing projects and them buildings, living up in there, you know, caged up like that, you know. So, you know, the American dream. What is the American dream? The American dream is serious. It's the American dream. I see it. I see it. You know, you got to be in a certain place to be able to see it and to truly understand, you know, what is happening globally. Okay. So I'm just saying, you know, and when it comes to when it comes to love, you should be able to have it all. So what do? Do they take or steal your love energy and vibrations while they give you free food? Well, that's why y'all all got high blood pressure and heart problems, because they're using your energy to give you fake food, plastic food, and scraps that ain't really good for you. So you're not even eating the best of the best. You're not eating fresh food. You're eating garbage, basically, is what you're doing. But while other people is eating good food, it's other people that it's a lot of people in America, in this world, that's eating good. They eating real good. So what's going on here? Why is your Earth experience very different from other people's experience on Earth? And why do you feel that you have to give up love to have money? It sounds like to me it's a trick, ain't it? That's why your reality forces you to choose between love or money. Because what they do is they give you trinkets while they take your love and give you nothing in return. So a lot of you that can't get up, this is why do you think that there have been people that have been campaigning for people to get off of welfare and food stamps? Because the more and the longer that you stay on those welfare programs, you empower that demon that wants to have us all enslaved. That's why they're doing it. Because it should be no reason that you, as an abundant woman or man, can't live in comfort and joy and peace and manifest what you want. So that is why your reality forces you to choose between love and money, because you are chained to a demon that you need to break free of. However, you're meant to experience that love. There are some people, they believe that love is several different lovers at the same time even. Well, you know what? They're happy, they're content. So my ideal of love is probably going to be different from their ideal of love, or from his ideal of love, or, you know, so it's going to be very different. I personally prefer monogamy, but that's only if I'm in an ideal situation of monogamy. Okay, don't nobody want to be monogamous with somebody that's cheating on them and spending most of their time with somebody else. Hello. So I'm not going to be monogamy to you. If you run around here, you know, then that means that I should be able to have several. And we did it that way back in the day. Y'all know that during the real times, women had several lovers. So all of this oppression and you know, I'm gonna take all your sexual energy and steal it and use it for crap. You know, or and then there's beings that's on this earth, they can't experience sexual pleasure. So what they've been doing is taking y'all root chakras right out of you, literally just taking it out of you, and then you sit there for years and years and you literally shrivel up, and that's why you getting all them damn fibroid tumors and stuff. That's why y'all getting tumors. Now everybody ain't getting tumors because of that, because there's some of y'all that got lovers, but y'all toxic as hell. Y'all lie a lot, y'all scourgy, y'all behavior is bad. Y'all don't know how to be honest. You couldn't be honest if your life depended on it. You couldn't be honest with nobody. You so scared to just tell the truth about whatever it is. And you so scared that, but y'all can come to me and tell the truth though. That's why y'all, but it's also okay to be human though. So when y'all come to me and get y'all readings, that's why y'all remember when I did the live readings and the lady started crying. I do that. That's what I do all the time. I'm gonna do that again today for y'all. Y'all gonna get some free live reads because today is the last day of the flash sale. So I want to make it count. Okay, and we're gonna do some more free live readings. Okay, but this is just like the precursor to that, because I gotta shake y'all back awoke like somebody had to shake me awoke. And I wish, like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The people that have came, even the bad ones, even the ones that so-called did me wrong, I still appreciate them. And that's how you can tell when you blessed, when you can look back on a situation and you can say, you know what? I was literally sitting in my bedroom, up in my room, collecting dust and cobwebs. Okay, and a lot of y'all men that's waiting on women, y'all gonna be waiting forever. Y'all just gonna have to pursue them because they're not gonna come for you. You gotta come for them. Okay. But if you sitting up in your room and you literally wasting away and all you doing is working as a slave, especially when you literally feel like a slave and that's all you do is work and you feel left out in the cold. You see other people that when they figure it out, you like, oh, look at them all in love and I'm left out in the cold. You see what I'm saying? Or you get somebody, even hell, I'd rather a man come into some of y'all lives even if he do you wrong. So Mother Earth is going to send you a man. She going to tell you to get up and do something even if it's wrong. That's what my grandma used to say to us. Get up and do something, even if it's wrong, just get up and do it. So even if it's a man that might do you wrong, you still need that man to wake you up, to even make you want love. So that's why they're there. You know, the ones that are frogs, you know, them real froggy type of men that's unstable. They just jumping from place to place. You have to appreciate them too, because guess what? You know, everybody that came into your life ever, okay, they meant something. Don't take it for granted. Okay, everybody that I've met the past 4 or 5 years, I've met them for a reason. Am I going to sit up here and say that the reason why I met those people is so that I could self-destruct or go on a path of destruction? No, because I trust in my spirits. I know where I'm going. So, I mean, just because something bad happened with this person, that mean just because this person didn't love me, that mean ain't nobody gonna love me. No, that's not what that means. So you have to trust in the journey. So guys, I will be back. I'm gonna do some rune readings as well. So I'm not gonna do, I don't think it depends on what I get, because the last time when I had people calling in, literally I had a huge response. I had so many people calling in that I had to Like it was a bunch of people calling. So I don't know if that's going to be feasible to do that again, because I mean, I was getting back-to-back calls, but you know, I'll do a segment where I'll do chat questions, and then I'll do a segment for people to call in is what I'll do. Okay. So I'm going to do that. But when it comes to your reality that you're living in, and you know what, you better start working on it now, because some of this stuff takes years to manifest. Love can take years to manifest. That's just like if you've had a heartbreak and you allow it to break your heart. Just because somebody does something to break your heart don't mean it's got to hurt you. Don't mean it got to break you. Because did they make you know? So if you came to me and said, Jamila, this man did me wrong and da-da-da-da, I'm going to say, hold on, wait a minute, sis. Pick yourself up and keep going. Give yourself time to cry it out. And if you sitting around for 4 or 5 or 6 years and you still sad, and that was a bad thing for you to do. That was a bad thing for you to do. Okay, it was. So I'll be back in a little bit, guys. I just had to come in and and speak to you guys about that. You know, everything is in spirit, because I ain't even been here in a while and did no, you know, actual live discussions to where, you know, this is something that I feel very passionate about. And I want you guys to know that there is somebody for everybody. And sometimes you got to quit just loving people that ain't there. You need to love the one that's with you too. I'm sorry, for me, I've made a complete turnaround on that. You need to love the one that loves you, that wants you, instead of running up and chasing behind these people that don't actually love you, or they not ready to love you at that moment. You know, this is how I feel. I feel like if it's been at least a year and that person ain't showed you no interest, then it's probably better to move on. But, you know, some of y'all, I do know that some of y'all will continuously pursue people, which I've seen people do that. And yeah, that definitely can pay off. It can pay off doing that, especially when you're a man. Men can do that. It's acceptable for men to do that. I think it's also acceptable for women to do that. But I don't think that you should sit around for years and years, especially when you have children. Because literally when you have children, you're doing the job that 2 people are supposed to be doing. So just remember that you don't have to do everything on your own. I mean, I'm just going to tell you that coming from a feminist background, I was actually encouraged to be a single mom. I was encouraged to be a single mom. It was an encouragement. Okay. And it was up until the actual break. Like, I was encouraged to be a single mom after I broke up with my ex. And yeah, it's not good for you to have children with people that you don't feel like you're going to be with forever. But listen, a lot of us did that, man. Quit doing that. Quit questioning. Listen, when I was in my 20s, I was dumb when I was in my 20s. Okay, I did that, but I ain't about to sit up here and say my children are mistakes, because I loved my exes. I loved them. So yeah, there was a reason why the children came out of that. And I'm trying to heal my family is what I'm doing. I don't have no reason to talk bad about my ex. I talk to my children about this too. I talk to my daughters about their relationship with their father. You know, and how I did really love their father. You know, that's the one thing that I've always done. And then when you grow up and you mature, you can look back at situations and you don't have to be, you don't have to feel bad. That's why people talk about their exes, is because somebody makes them feel bad about the experience with that person. It's all about the experience, man. And it's all about life, and however you're supposed to experience it. Life ain't supposed to necessarily be 1000% perfect. Hell, I wish that I could have met my twin flame when I was a baby, you know, and just been with them forever, you know, and just in their comfort and joy forever. And you know, it's because while you're separated from them, yeah, your body there's damage. There's significant damage being done to your body. It is, I'm telling you. And you know what? It's stress. It comes in the form of stress, especially when you have your own business. I'm sorry. I'm with me, ladies. I'm just telling you, honey, sometimes you got to swallow your pride. Sometimes a lot of y'all are very proudful and boastful, and I get that, but you know, it ain't even about swallowing your pride. It's about that inflated super ego. And it's very different, but it's very similar for men and women. Okay, so you can live in a reality where you can have love and money at the same time, and it doesn't have to be any confusion about that. The only thing that I'll say to you is that don't get with a man that doesn't respect or value money. If you're a woman that wants money, then don't be with it, because you know, you don't have to be flat broke to experience good sex and money. No, like that's no. Because you know what? I used to think that, I used to actually believe that. But see, that was because I was being influenced by these men that didn't have much, and they didn't want me to have anything either. So it's not even that they even wanted, they just didn't want anything. They didn't want nothing. They wanted to literally live off of, you know, and just be humble and be somebody's slave to the master. That's what they wanted. And what you want is what you get. If you want more to your life. So, you know, that's how a lot of, you know, black women and white women ended up on Section 8, because we got with these men that didn't want anything. They didn't want to buy a house. Are you kidding me? They was looking for a place to lay their head at night. They didn't have nothing. So now it's time for those women. It's time for a lot of the slaves to become freed. That's what Jamila's been doing. I don't care what nobody says, because this whole time when I left my hometown, I've literally felt like an energy that was like a slave master that was literally trying to wrangle up runaway slaves. And that's what I was dealing with energetically. So I know exactly what a lot of y'all are going through. And a lot of y'all are at different stages in life, just like the stage where I'm at. I'm definitely in transition. You know, I'm definitely in transition. So, and I am a nature girl, but at the same time, I am a high priestess witch. And hold on a minute. Let me see here. Okay, guys, but I gotta go. I will be back. You know what, guys? I don't say love and light anymore. You know what I say? I say I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Okay. Blessed be.